to the channel today. I'm visiting the Arte Museum in NYC. It's an immersive digital art experience that focuses on a large-scale projection, sound, and atmosphere. This isn't a traditional museum with a framed artwork or place cards on the wall, but instead it's a space designed to be felt as much as seen. The Arte Museum is all about creating environments, rooms where visuals, audio, and movement come together to completely surround you. It's meant to slow you down and encourage exploration and let you experience the art in a more emotional and sensory way. I'll be taking you through the museum at a relaxed pace, sharing impressions as we move from room to room, and we'll end with a visit at the Arte Café, which continues the experience in a more peaceful and reflective setting. Right from the start, lighting and the sound design set the tone. Everything feels intentional. Dimly lit hallways, soft ambient audio, a sense that you're being guided into something more immersive rather than just walking into a gallery. There's no rush here. The museum is designed so that you can take your time. The space feels calm, controlled, and almost meditative at times, which is a nice contrast to the noisy life and movement of New York City that's just outside. As you enter the first major projection rooms, the scales is immediately what stands out. The visuals cover the wall from floor to ceiling, and you're not just looking at the art, you're inside of it. The motion is slow but deliberate. Nothing feels chaotic or overwhelming. The visuals evolve gradually, encouraging you to stay and watch the patterns change. You'll notice details that you might miss at a first glance. So you definitely want to take your time through each room and have a lot of fun. Sound also plays a big role throughout the exhibition. The music is ambient and effective and carefully layered to match the visuals, creating a sense of depth and making each room come to life. The first room is a waterfall room. It's really beautiful and gorgeous. All the water cascading down the mirrors with the reflections. It's really cool, and it kind of feels like you're actually inside of a waterfall. It's awesome looking. One thing that the Arte Museum does very well is flow. Each room transitions naturally into the next, both visually and emotionally. You don't feel pulled out of the experience when you move on to the next room. It feels continuous, like chapters in the same story. Some rooms feel expansive and dramatic, while others feel more intimate and calming. This balance keeps the experience engaging without becoming too repetitive. The themes throughout the museum often pull from nature, water, light, wind, reflection, but they're presented in a digital, almost dreamlike way. It's familiar, but also slightly surreal. What's impressive is how clean and polished everything feels. The projections are crisp, the animations are smooth, nothing feels unfinished or distracting, and every room feels carefully tuned to create a specific mood. I do love that when you go through the space, there are a lot of mirrors and things like that use to create reflections, and everything is well cleaned, polished. There's not too many fingerprints, etc. It really is beautiful in each room. Now, the big part about this experience is that you want to take your time. You want to slow down, and if you move too quickly, you'll miss how much these environments change over time. So you can stay in one spot for even a minute longer, and in that minute, you'll see a shift in what is being shown. It's also a great space for photography and video. I loved it. It's so much fun to play around with the different projections and the colors, and it's just a lot of fun. You know, you're going to have a lot of fun in there doing photos, videos if you like. And the lighting and motion can create some really striking visuals, and it can also be rewarding if you wait for the right moment. Pro tip, If you want to wear a light colored shirt, you'll get better projections on your outfit if it's light colored. The museum isn't heavily interactive in the traditional sense. You're not pressing buttons or triggering effects, but instead the immersion comes from being present, watching, and listening, and moving through the space naturally. And in some of the rooms, you can touch stuff and interact with things. It tells you in the room whether you can touch that exhibition or not. And an approach that approach makes it feel more contemplative than other spaces in the city. It's less about participation and more about observation and the mood, which I think works well for this kind of atmosphere that they're trying to create. It is a very vibey space. It's a very mood space. It's very aesthetic. It's very beautiful. And it's fun. Inside the magical forest space of the museum, there's this really cool opportunity that you're able to draw a creature, and then you scan it, and then it pops up with whatever drawings that you did on this creature. I did a phoenix, and my partner did a tiger or a lion. I can't remember. But it's really cool, and it's awesome that you get to see it come to life on the screen. After moving through the exhibition spaces, the experience leads into the Arte Café, which feels like something like a soft landing back into reality. The cafe continues the visual themes of the museum, but in a subtle way. The digital artwork plays around the space while you sit, relax, and enjoy. The cafe is a great place to pause, and it gives you time to reflect on everything you've just seen without immediately stepping back into the city. It's not just a cafe attached to a museum, it feels like an extension of the experience. The visuals are calming and the environment is quiet. It's a nice way to wrap up the visit rather than ending abruptly. With the Arte Cafe experience, you can add it onto your ticket when you purchase your tickets, or you can go ahead and just, when you're in the space, purchase drinks. They are really fun. You get to play around with the different foam and stuff on top of your drinks, and there's projections that will specifically project onto that foam, and you can move them around and have fun. It definitely was a fun experience. I don't know if it necessarily was worth the extra cost, but it was fun to do it. Overall, Arte Museum NYC is a beautifully designed immersive experience that focuses on atmosphere, pacing, and mood. It is ideal if you enjoy digital art, projection-based installations, or are simply looking for something different to do in New York City. It is similar to if you've ever done one of the Van Gogh projection experiences or any of those things. It's similar to those, but it's more immersive and more interactive than those were. And it's just a lot of fun. I definitely recommend doing it if you're in the city and you like this type of stuff and you wanted to do something different, and especially since it's indoors, if it's a rainy day, if it's cold, if it's snowy, you'll be able to do it. It's just fun to do one time. I don't know if I'd go back, but it definitely is fun to do. It isn't a fast walk-through kind of place. You get to slow down, you get to unwind, unfold, you can kind of meditate, take your time to go through. Whether you're visiting solo, with friends, or looking for a visually striking experience to document, Arte Museum offers something memorable and calming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.